Congratulations, you're on step number 10. Ironically, it's called Fund It, Fold It or Flog It. So let's start with maybe leave funded till the end. So fold it. Yes, it's harsh. You've come to the final, you feel the final stage in your journey towards starting. But really, if you were to critically appraise everything that's happened so far and you feel intuitively or through the signs that this is not right, then don't take that final step. Don't go over the cliff. Because you're better off at this point saying, this is not right, it's not working, I haven't got all the data that I need, then don't take it to the investors. Because if you do, it may hinder your ability to take a second idea. No, not necessarily, but I think if you feel that it's not right, then be brave enough to say fold it. Flog it. There are a lot of people who get to this particular point and they feel either through time or because they themselves know that they have some limitations, they don't feel that they want to launch it themselves, but I think it's a cracking idea. You may have some competitors in the space that may want to buy you out. So it's worth thinking about whether or not you want to go all in to go for investment, or whether maybe there might be somebody out there who might take the idea, maybe take you too, and they may be interested in giving you some financial reward for that, or maybe even employment, which that may have been your goal to start with. So let's assume that actually most of you are going to go for funding. So there's another, I started off saying this stage was 3 F's, fund it, fold it or flog it, but also there are another 3 F's. So those 3 F's are not necessarily the route that I think you should go. They're usually known as fools, friends and family. It's emotional money, it's not clean money. That's primarily the reason why I think you should consider whether it's right for you. Because further down the line, when you're at a critical stage in your business, maybe the metrics haven't come in the same way as you predicted they were going to come in. And let's face it, that happens nearly 100% of the time. You know, you might have a favorite uncle or a friend or a sister who has given you money, who may be looking at all sorts of things from your lifestyle to your business judgments, and because they're emotionally attached to the money, it might make it difficult for you. My advice is, I've never seen it work well in new investors and new entrepreneurs. Think very seriously before you do, and oftentimes it's the first thing that entrepreneurs think is, can I get a family friend or a member of my immediate family to give me the money? The second one, nice clean money. It was my own preference when I did an MBO, which was bank money. There's no emotional attachment. There's pluses and minuses to that. So when you can't meet your loan requirements at the end of the month, there is no emotional attachment. So you really are in the space of good clean money, but you have to be absolutely certain that you can repay on the terms that you agree with the bank. And you also have to convince the bank that you've got something which is worth borrowing and investing and lending it. So the second and third areas, business angels, they come with a lot of experience. They can be really useful partners in terms of, I've been a business angel to a lot of people. So if you feel there's something that this business angel brings to the table, whether it's marketing expertise, knowledge of your product, knowledge of your service, knowledge about how to grow fast. So, you know, remember that when they come, they bring money, but they also bring their expertise, but they also bring a level of interference, which is good and bad. So having somebody who's got your back, who can help you, to mentor you and to sponsor you in those early days is tremendously important and really good. But also remember that there are people who run their own businesses and they will expect to be quite involved in running yours. And then you have halo groups of business angels that come together and say that they're interested in particular spaces, or venture capital companies. Either way, whoever you're sitting in front of, you really need to have all your ducks in a row. You need to have decided what you're going to do with the business for the future. You know, if you go back over the previous steps, I was talking about doing your strategy, your business plan, getting yourself launch ready. But one of the big decisions is, what are you doing with this startup? It's your own big decision. Is it going to be something you want to work in for life and pass on to your children? Do you want to keep it local? Do you want to have local employment? Is it something that you want to grow fast and sell on? Obviously, investors are more interested in that, to be perfectly honest. High potential startups is what everybody's clamoring for these days. They want to know that you're going to grow, that you have ambitious plans, that you don't want to hold on to it forever, that they're going to get their money back. Either way, when you sit in front of somebody who's going to give you money in order to grow your business, they're not in the realms of the charity world. Remember that. You're in the realms of saying, if you give me this money, I'm going to give you bigger returns than if you put it in a bank or under your mattress. So remember that that's That's critical for you to decide what you are comfortable with, because if you go to an investment company or you go to a business angel or even a family member or a friend and say, I'm going to grow it fast, I'm going to sell it on in 3 years, and in 3 years' time you decide, I actually want to hold on to it, I love this area, I love this business, I can see myself doing this for life, you're going to have a tricky situation on your hands to try and explain that to the people who you promised up front you were going to do a certain strategy with. My best advice is think critically about, first of all, what you want to do with the business and what the future is going to hold for you and the business, and secondly, where you want your money to come from. Because this is just first round funding. If you are ambitious for growth, you'll obviously need follow-on funding. But at this stage, you need money just to get that startup off the ground. Well, congratulations, you're on step 10. Best of luck with whatever business you have decided you're going to be the new owner of. It's a great journey. I've never looked back. It's the most fantastic feeling to be the boss of you.